Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law. Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I don't
Okay.
need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Both parties, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Thank you, Will. You may be seated. In the matter of Catherine Palmer versus Bonnie Burns, Ms. Palmer, you're suing your first cousin.
Yes.
You want her to return the $5,000 you contributed to a medical fund
Yes.
that she had posted.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a medical campaign fund.
Mm-hmm.
And Ms. Burns, you're saying that she donated the money willingly, so you don't owe her anything back. $5,000?
Mm-hmm.
Whew, okay. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, I did give my cousin $5,000 for a surgery that she claimed she needed. And I do know that she does need it because when she was 18, I do remember her being diagnosed with diabetes. So, and, we had a fallout by the time we, became grown women, and we've had our issues, so I did feel bad. I did neglect this side of my cousin. I haven't, called on her, checked on her, anything, so I thought I was helping her. I thought maybe this could be a way of us getting closer again. So, yeah, I did give her the money, and here's...
You gave her the money or you contributed to a campaign?
To the campaign, yes.
Thunderstorm crowdfunding.
Yes.
Donate to Bonnie Burns Medical Fund.
Yes.
Okay. But before we go any further, tell me about the crowdfunding. Tell us what crowdfunding is. Tell us about your particular medical funding campaign.
So yeah, crowdfunding is just, you make a profile and you put down what the reason that you need it for, and you ask your friends and families and to share it so they can get donations as well as from friends and family. I did it for my medical procedure, and it's not that the surgery hasn't happened or it's not going to happen. It's yet to happen.
Okay, let me see. This is her donation receipt, but let me see your campaign brochure.
Yes.
Or paper.
Here you go.
So, I don't know how many people are aware of these. It's a common thing in the community these days to go online and social media to do fundraising for different types of things. And it's called crowdfunding because that's the name of it, the company that hosts it, but it's because it comes from the crowd. It comes from any and everybody, and you don't know who it comes from. People see it, they read it, they feel some attachment to it, they donate, all right? And sometimes it is a scam, and sometimes it is a fact, for real. It seems to be lately more scams than factual. People are just using it for any and all kind of reasons, but that's what this is. And this says Thunderstorm Grassroots Funding, donate to Bonnie Burns Medical Fund. It's hard for me even to type this. I don't like asking for handouts, but hopefully if you're reading this, you're a friend or your family, and you know I wouldn't make this campaign unless it was of the utmost importance. In recent months, due to a very hard time in my life, my health has taken a turn for the worse, and my doctor recommends I undergo an operation known as an angioplasty. I'm not excited about the idea of having surgery, but what's worse is the cost. I need to come up with $20,000 even after insurance. Hence this campaign. I'm embarrassed to ask for the money like this, but every little bit helps. And I would be so grateful if you could donate even just $5 to my fund. Thank you, love you, and then it says donate now. And people hit the donate button and donate whatever amounts they choose to donate, right?
Correct.
So when you did this and you posted that, you had a date set for surgery for the angioplasty?
I'm honestly not sure because I'm being indecisive about the surgery. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. And you said it was $20,000 even after insurance?
Yes.
And do you have insurance?
Yes. I had to switch last minute, and the deductible was $20,000.
You switched at the last minute for insurance to get the surgery,
Yes.
and the deductible is $20,000.
Yes.
So you knew you didn't have $20,000 when you switched insurance.
Correct.
So why you switch?
Because I couldn't get the surgery through the other insurance.
What state you live in?
I live in Southern California.
You ever heard of Medi-Cal?
Yes.
You not working?
I don't qualify.
Why?
I'm not sure.
And I'm not either, because everybody else does. I have not known the state of California to turn you down. But you're saying $20,000 even after insurance. And what's so interesting is I had an angioplastic procedure. That's not the cost.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
How long were you in Italy?
About a month.
Ooh. How much
Honestly.
weight did you lose?
I didn't really lose much, but
Because you was eating up a storm in Italy. You were having fun.
And later,
When you said, I'm booking tomorrow, did she respond?
I did respond.
What did you say?
I said I wasn't sure if I didn't have the approval of my paid time off yet, so I wasn't sure if I could go.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Catherine Palmer, who is suing her cousin, Bonnie Burns, for breach of contract.
So this was a scam, and I'm not going to take a long time with it. It was a scam.
Thank you, Your
I'm
Honor.
going to tell you what, you can go on and tell the audience what you did after you got this. How much did you finally collect?
I collected the $20,000,
And where is
and
it?
I went online to search for ways.
Where's the $20,000?
Well, half of that is still sitting in the bank. The other half hasn't been spent.
What'd you do with the first half?
I used it to go to Sardinia, Italy,
So now you went all the way to Italy to do what?
for a holistic approach to see if I can manage my symptoms on my own without having to do the surgery.
How did you pay to go to Italy?
I did use some of the crowdfunding money.
From the crowdfunding?
Yes.
Okay, did you tell anybody you was going to Italy to do that?
I did not tell anybody.
So why did you do some research on how you can manage it yourself before you asked for the crowdfunding saying, I'm about to have surgery?
Your Honor, I don't know.
I do, because you're a scammer. You've been dealing with this problem for a long time, right?
Yes.
This didn't just happen, right?
Right.
You've been dealing with weight issues that's now led to CAD, coronary artery disease, and type 2 diabetes for a long time, right?
Yes.
And you've been told what you can do to get it under control, right?
Yes.
What were you told?
I was told to eat better.
What? No, not eat better. You were told some specifics to avoid.
Yeah, I was told to avoid quite a few things.
Tell me, what did they tell you could do to get
What-
better? In the last 20 years, you've been dealing with this, right?
Just changing my whole lifestyle.
Yeah, changing your whole lifestyle. Like not eating what?
Junk.
Junk food, which you eat a lot of. You haven't stopped, right? So now so Italy is holistic. Holistic is not junk food.
Correct.
They've been telling you to do that for the longest. You didn't have to go to Sardinia. How much you paid to go over there?
It was about $5,500.
$5,500 to go to Italy to be told what to do. Holistic style. Look at this. Look like to me it's a resort to hang out. And when you left Italy, when you came back, what'd you do?
I really didn't do much about it.
Not a doggone thing, because you never did intend to do anything about it, because you know exactly what you need to do, and you didn't have to go all the way to Italy to find that out. What'd you find out when you got to Italy on this holistic approach? Because you got to pay for that too, right?
Yes.
How much was that, the holistic approach? It wasn't free.
No, it wasn't.
How much is that going to cost you?
It's about $2,000
$2,000 for one time?
for one time. Yes.
Yeah, right. Now, didn't you just go through a divorce or something?
I did.
And you kind of upset?
Yes, I did spiral. I lost myself in the process of it all. Continued to eat a lot, and just really wasn't taking care of myself until finally I got a checkup with the doctor.
And how long were you in Italy?
About a month.
Ooh, a whole month. How many classes did you go to?
I went to classes every day. Honestly.
How much weight did you lose?
Didn't really lose much, but
Because you was eating up a storm in Italy. You were having fun. You were chilling. You were relaxing. You were being a tourist. How much did you say was left?
about $14,500.
That's how much you have left in your account?
Yes.
Okay, give her back her 5,000.
Okay, baby.
Give her hour here, another penny. I don't care what you have to do. Give her back her 5,000, and I hope all the other people that gave to you ask for a refund. You a scammer, you a liar. You took advantage of people who you know will have sympathy and empathy for people who need surgical procedures. What you did was mess yourself up, because now not only does your cousin know you're a liar, the world knows it. So what you need to do is listen to what your cardiologist has told you and take care of your body and do the things that you can do. Start that first instead of figuring out ways to get money from people. Mm-hmm. I know what pain is. I know what being hurt from divorce is. I know what being overweight is. I know what not having all the things you need and want is. Been there, done that. But that's not an excuse to use people's money and kind-heartedness.
Right.
Because you can start doing something for yourself, and that's where it should begin, with you. Judgment for the plaintiff, give her back the $5,000 within 24 hours. Get your behind to the bank, give her the money, a cashier's check, so that we know it's good. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And take what the cardiologist has said, go to the store, get some healthy things to eat and eat on that. No, it's not as enjoyable, but it will keep you here a little bit longer, hopefully. Scheming and lying is not going to do that, because somebody is going to do something else to you for scheming and lying. All right? Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $5,000.
I hope, we can amend some things and like justice was served.
Personally, I don't think justice was served.
Coming up,
I was like, girls, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna book it now. And she texted saying can I bring my boyfriend? On another text thread, I was like, no, this is a girls' trip. And she bailed.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
This is the matter of Melissa James versus Angela Brooks. You're suing her for $1,100 for hotel and airfare for a trip you planned and she canceled.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you paid everything in advance. According to you, Ms. Brooks, you canceled because you couldn't get the time off work. Okay, so let me hear from you, Ms. James.
It's my 24th birthday. And it was Miami, all fun, gonna be the best trip ever for the 24th. Obviously, we're young girls. And we planned it for May.
May.
Yes, but by April, I was kind of like, we gotta book it, I don't
Okay.
wanna wait more than 3 weeks. So essentially I texted the group chat. I was like, girls, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna book it now. And she texted saying can I bring my boyfriend, Max? And on another text thread, I was like, no, this is a girls' trip. And she bailed. So by that time, it had already been, we only had 3 weeks till getting out there.
Just let me answer this.
Yes.
Did you book the flight
Yeah.
based upon her saying yes before or after she asked you if Max could come?
I have some evidence to give you that shows the text thread with that. It was on April 26th. She asked if she could bring Max, and then I texted right after being like, I'm booking it tomorrow, essentially.
So you booked it after she asked about bringing Max?
Yes, but on a separate text thread on that same day from what I remember, I was like, you can't bring Max. And then it was after the fact of that.
When you said I'm booking tomorrow, did she respond?
I did.
Yeah.
You did?
I did respond.
What did you say?
I said I wasn't sure if I didn't have the approval of my paid time off yet. So I wasn't sure if I could go.
Coming up,
Did you say, well, I'm gonna book the ticket, and if you don't get the paid time off, you can pay me back and you keep the ticket?
I think it's a common understanding that we had, yeah.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Melissa James, who is suing Angela Brooks for reimbursement of funds.
Before you bought that airline ticket, did she say to you, I am not sure if I can get the paid time off? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And you booked it and paid for it anyway
Yes.
because you didn't believe her.
And in the past, she always has made it work up until this point with trips.
Okay. So tell me what happened.
I have this job now. I work at a clinic. I'm a medical assistant. I'm working to go get I want to go back to school to be a physician's assistant. So right now I'm working long hours on my feet, and the limited time I have left in my day, I have to spend with my friends and my boyfriend, and it's harder than it was before. So
Now you have a boyfriend.
So now I have a boyfriend, and the expectations are different.
And how long have you had this boyfriend?
We've been together now 8 months.
So when you planned the trip, she knew you had a boyfriend.
She did.
But you didn't mention my boyfriend going with you then. You said if I could get the paid time off. No, you said we're going. You were down for it.
I'm working against a work schedule.
If you booked the ticket and she didn't get the paid time off, did you say, well, I'm going to book the ticket just in case, and if you don't get the paid time off, you can pay me back and you keep the ticket?
I think that's a common understanding that we had, yeah.
Well, what had you done in the past? Had there been other times the ticket was booked and you weren't able to go?
I couldn't go to a movie theater to see Mean Girls one time,
so
and we had a
you
concert. I
bought
had
the
to.
ticket
Yeah.
and you paid her back.
I didn't pay her back.
What'd you do?
She found a friend to go with.
Okay, so she found someone else to go. And that's the only other time.
There was a concert, and someone else.
What about the concert? What happened then?
I got called into work, so I couldn't go to the concert, and we found someone to replace me.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
So this time, you booked a ticket for the airline to go to Miami.
Yeah.
When did you tell her you couldn't go?
We have another message from beforehand saying that she wanted to do this trip, and I was like, great, let me know the dates. She told me the dates, and I said, okay, but I was gonna check my work schedule.
But then when she checks you back again, in April, you said, I still haven't gotten PTO approved. So she hasn't denied that she wanted to go.
No, she didn't, but I really feel like it's not the whole PTO thing. I think it's the fact that I told her no for her boyfriend coming on the trip.
That's your thought. You don't have any proof?
Yeah.
Did you get the PTO approved?
No, it got denied.
PTO was denied. You have that?
I do.
Let me see. That's your thought. You may or may not be right, but you can't prove it.
How do we know this PTO is real?
I'm making up PTO.
How do I know anything else you said is real? Even if she changed her mind and didn't want to go because it was her boyfriend, she said, I don't have PTO approved. You booked the ticket anyway. Judgment for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I just hope that next time we can have better communication when planning trips so we don't have to come here.
It's really annoying to me, the fact that you can't stand up and take responsibility.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.